Okay, this is February 15th, 2018, and this is the bee catcher, and this is a follow-up from my January 11th check on my bees. I'll go through them, but it looks like I have not lost any since my January 11th, but we'll go down through them. Okay, I have a total of 17 hives. This is not all of them right here. I have some a little bit different location, but so far we see activity in all of these. I'm very pleased. I actually can't figure out what I'm doing that it deserves having all these bees alive, because most of the beekeepers in this area, and incidentally we're in northeast Ohio, we've had kind of a brutal winter, and a lot of the beekeepers in this area are reporting losses of 75 to 100%, and I've only lost basically so far one, and there's one down there, I'll show it to you, that I'm not sure about, or I'm fairly certain that I have lost it actually, but I have wrapped them with this double foil wrap that I got at the Home Depot. I'm now beginning to think that this is a good thing to do, rather than wrapping them with roofing tar paper. It seems to have worked for me for 2 years. I think the company is Reflex. These girls are really busy. I see a little bit of splatter, but not too much today in most of them. They're busy. These girls look pretty good. They're using the top entrance. I have these 2-inch extensions on most of the hives that have sugar cakes in them. I'm going to have to go in and check and see what the condition of those is. But so far, so good. Must not be able to get out up here for some reason, so, but maybe not. I'm really surprised at how vibrant they are. I didn't really get around to treating the bees the way I should have. I wasn't feeling real great in the fall, and I only managed to get them treated with oxalic acid vapors. I'm going to go down here. This is what I call my annex down here, and show you what's going on. Just wanted to mention that My apiary is entirely from swarms. If you look at some of my other videos, you'll see that one of my favorite parts of beekeeping, or I guess my favorite part of beekeeping, is that to catch swarms. And I have videos of how I make my traps, and you might want to watch those. See how. So the key here is all of the bees here are from swarms, with the exception of one queen that I got from a bee sailor in Franklin, Ohio, and it has done an amazing job. And this here is actually a swarm from that original one, and it really looks strong. So I don't want to bore you with too much of this, but I just think it's interesting. Some people like these videos and some don't. I just want to say I'm not tooting my horn about all this survival, because I know that March is a really tough month, but I'm glad I've been able to get my bees this far along in the winter. So I'm going to see if I can maybe show a little bit of what's going on inside of the hives here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. Okay, I just wanted to show that I'm cleaning these out. These bees here, I picked on one that's they're not happy with me, but there's a lot of dead bees in some of them, and this stick here, it does a good job. Look at all these dead bees. I wouldn't do this if these bees weren't flying, because I wouldn't want them to disturb them and break the cluster. But since it is at least 55 degrees here today, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Yeah, I'm getting stung there. Didn't like that. Okay. Now there's dead bees there. I imagine there's a lot of them in here. This will help keep the hive maybe a little bit more hygienic. Surprised there's that many, but they still seem to be doing okay. So up there, going in the top. That's enough of that, honey. Okay, we've checked most of these hives, and we've had to add candy boards to most of them. I just wanted to show a little bit here about what's going on. I have these about 2-inch extensions. I use a 1/4-inch hardware cloth, and I set these candy boards on top, and you can see over here, hon, that they're chewing away. They're actually right. This is parchment paper I used, and they're just chewing right under it. So I think they're doing pretty well here. They're pretty happy. So I've added this half cake here because I don't know when we'll have another day like this to get in here. Having good luck so far. These are moisture boards. These light colored ones are moisture boards that I got from Man Lake, and I guess I'm pretty happy with the way they're working. This stuff on top is Celotex. It's an insulation. I got this stuff at a Carter Lumber. You can't find it everywhere. It's an older type of insulation. Not everybody carries it, but it almost looks like the same material. So I had cut these, and I wasn't sure if they'd do as good a job as this, so I went ahead and bought these from Man Lake, and then since I had these, I put them on top for extra insulation, and it seems to be working quite well. So we're going to move on to these things, and then when we're done, I'll just summarize what we did. So, okay, dear. Okay, this is the bottom board out of this hive here, and as you can see, there are chewings. And this hive, well, I know it's lively. They kind of got after me. They didn't like me cleaning out the dead bees in the front, but what I do is I clean this off, and then next time I come in, if I see that I have fresh chewings and the bees are flying, I think I'm okay, and so I'll just put this back in, and I just back it out a little bit. The scraper here is just a perfect thing. I don't really know for sure. I think it's a dough scraper. I got it at a garage sale for $1, and I just love it for cleaning these things off. So, okay. Okay, this is my experimental hive. I've shown it in another video. It's two swarms that I got late, and I wasn't sure if they were going to make it, so I thought I'd try putting them together. And it appears that this side is doing well, and this side looks like it might be gone. I see that there's a lot of activity on this side, but I'm going to go ahead and open that lid. And show you what's going on here. I don't know what to expect, but this is one cover that I made to span 2 hives. Each one of these has its own insulation. Take a look in here. There's a lot of bees over this side that isn't doing well. And I've got sugar. I guess I put sugar down, you know, down there, and looks like there's some honey on both sides of it, so they have honey and sugar. They look pretty good. Let's see what's happening with the other side. So even if there is only one queen that is survived, I'm just going to have to leave this alone. There's not much I can do with it. They have honey and they have sugar. Let's see what's happening over here. Okay, it's the same thing. Look down in there, and I have sugar stuff down in there. These boxes were boxes that I put on at the end of the season because it was uncapped honey, and I was hoping, and I think it's working, but I'm hoping that what they'll do is take the sugar or the honey down below the queen excluder. There's a queen excluder under these honey supers. I don't know, I've been told that that can be a problem, but so far it hasn't been a problem for me. They look pretty good. So that is my experimental. In case this ends up being a different clip, this is February 15th, and So that's pretty much it. Okay, so we're done with all this. We've gone through all of the hives. We've checked to see if they're alive and replenished the sugar cakes in a lot of them. And I'm going to walk down here this way. So this is a little bit later in the day from when we started, and there's even, I don't know if it maybe have gone up a few degrees, maybe it might be 60 degrees. And so all of the hives look good except this one, and I see there was a lot of splatter there to begin with, so they're still alive, but they didn't really look very active inside. So I'm not sure if they're going to make it, but out of 18 hives, then this one and the right side of my experimental hive, they may not be in good shape, but so far I have at least 16 hives that look good. You didn't see all of them. I have one that's the other end of the bee yard. It's up about 6-7 feet high off the ground, so I didn't really go over there and do much. And so I hope you've enjoyed this, just my update on my bees. And I just wanted to say that my wife is holding the camera, and she's really a fantastic help and a fantastic wife, and she's getting to be quite the beekeeper. Say hi, dear.
Hi. I've enjoyed every minute with him.
This is Mrs. Beekeeper, or Bee Catcher, Mrs. Bee Catcher. Thanks for watching.